just broke the cork off.
Oh, that's puke. Ugh.
Okay. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm just sensing some umami on this. Because, ooh, mama, that's good. I still haven't found my first Blanton's. Hey, Whiskey Land, how's it going? It is Sunday night and time for the Bourbcast. And I know, I'm a week behind. Moving to Sundays is tough. It's tough to remember because my Sundays are normally just filled with other things. And moving to Sunday it's tough to remember. Even tonight, I got in the middle of doing some stuff and I looked at the clock and it was time already. I was like, ugh. So, I know we're competing tonight with The Chosen. That's kind of why I'm wearing this shirt. Chosen is starting their season 5 tonight. So they have a massive live stream going on and I know I'm competing and it's okay. It's okay. It'll still be there later. Those live streams normally last a little while. And they're normally quite long, too. Dallas Jenkins, who does The Chosen, you think I talk a lot? And a lot of what he's doing is he's trying to, raise money for his show, so he's trying to sell a bunch of stuff, showing a bunch of merch. We don't do merch. I could do merch. I don't want to. I know, you're looking at my beautiful face and thinking, something's different, KC, something's different. What's different? Well, this ended up going bye-bye. And it was not on purpose. I'll be completely honest. I was getting ready for an event on Thursday night. And my Tribble, my kitty cat, was getting a little long. So I thought, I'm going to trim this down just a little bit, look a little more human, look a little less silly. I grow my goatee out because it's fun. It's just fun. I don't know why it's fun. But I seek fun in my life. I like fun. And my fun and your fun are probably going to be two different things. It's fine. And my fun tends to be very simplistic. I don't need complex fun. It just needs to be fun. And it's not, roller coaster fun necessarily. I don't mind roller coasters, but, just stupid things make me laugh. So this is fun. Growing my goatee out is fun. So it's been on my face since 2018. Yeah. So anyway, I decided I'm going to trim it. And I've got one of those, it's like a Flowbee, right? It's got the little vacuum in it, and it's meant just for, actually it was meant to do hair, but all of the attachments were too short for me to do hair with it. So I did it one time during COVID, and then I never did it again because it was too short. I nearly balded myself with the darn thing, and that was with the biggest attachment. So I use an attachment and I put it on for my beard and it works out really, really great, except for I forgot to put the darn attachment on. And I'm going at it and I just, it's like, so half my beard is gone. It's like, well, crap. I could have gone this side and left the middle long, but if you thought I looked stupid before, that would have been really stupid looking. So I just thought, yeah, okay. We'll just start over. Just start over. It'll grow back. It's hair. It's fine. Hey, Chris is watching, and Shala's watching, and Rob's watching. Hey, how are you, everybody? I'm glad you're here. This is a great evening. It's been a good day. Beautiful day. Gorgeous day. My goodness. Got a little rain this last week. That's always nice. All right, so this is the Michter's Small Batch Sour Mash. Small Batch Sour Mash. That's almost hard to say, but I am a professional. Sort of. All right. Michter's Small Batch Sour Mash comes from Michter's Distillery. They say it is sourced. They do have their own distillery. They do their own distilling, but this is evidently sourced. At least that's what I found. It's only 86 proof. The mash bill is undisclosed. Why do you do that? What's the purpose of that? I don't know. Goes for $45 in the state of Ohio, $44.99. While it's not always been known as Michter's, the brand has been around since 1753, when it was created in Pennsylvania. Those Pennsylvania Dutch. It did great, then it didn't. It went bankrupt in 1989. They did great in the 80s and 90s. They were top tier stuff in the 80s and 90s, and then in 89 they went bankrupt. Then it was revived in the 1990s. Michter's original sour mash was one of the most popular whiskeys decades ago, yet after the company went bankrupt, the line, curiously, was not revived at the same time that the company was. They waited until 2012 to bring back the small batch sour mash. In 2019, the company opened their own distilling facilities in the 1890 Fort Nelson building in downtown Louisville. They spent 8 years and $8 million renovating that building. So this is what we're going to do. Now, I've had a bottle of this for a while, but I didn't want to open it because it was the only one I saw and the only one I had, and I hadn't seen one again in a long time. I just happened to be out of town. I happened to see this in Ohio. Thank you, Chris. Happy Sunday to you as well, sir. Happened to see this on a shelf, and I went, oh. That's exactly what I did. I spoke French for a moment. And I grabbed this sucker and put it in the cart. Well, in the bag, and then in the car, and then here. All right, so this is not bourbon, by the way. This is whiskey. And what they say is that due to its significant amount of rye and less than 51% corn, they can't call it a bourbon. It has to be 51% corn to call it a bourbon, and this doesn't have that. The company says the mash bill has a fair amount of rye grain in addition to a fair amount of corn and some barley malt. Okay, it's really a very vague description. But okay. It says, the 2023 most admired whiskey in the world. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing it wrong. That's admiring. That's what admiring looks like. That's what stalking looks like. Okay. Hey, Chuck is watching. Hey, Chuck, how are you doing? All right, so the term sour mash refers to the process in which some of the fermented mash is held over from one batch of whiskey to start the fermentation of the next batch. It's cheaper. It helps with consistency. Some people say it adds to the flavor and the complexity. I don't know. People that do the sweet mash will say the same thing. Whoa, because we do it this way, it adds to the flavor and the complexity. It'll be whatever. Almost everybody does sour mash. It's not like it's anything new. But this is the first time I've tried it from Michters, and I'm very excited indeed. All right. Okay. I almost just dove right in. We got to give it the test. Slow down, Casey. I know, it's weird. We're a little late. It's a Sunday night. It's just different. But that doesn't mean that you cut corners, Casey. Doesn't mean it. Nose. Whew. Right off the bat, I'm getting some beautiful graham cracker and caramel, a little honey, caramel, by the way, if you have a degree. Ooh, there's some nice cherry notes in there. I'm not even going to tell you black cherry. That's cherry. That's cherry. Very slight. You got to look for it. Just a little bit of chocolate on it. Okay, let's find the oak. It's not giving me a huge oaky presence. It's there. Ooh, there's some really nice orange in there too, some nice citrus. This has got a lot of notes, and they're right there present. I mean, they're right in my face. It's not like I have to go looking for much. It's right there. It's actually, I really like the nose on this a lot. There's not really any astringency. It's only 86 proof, so it's not going to knock my head off. All right. There. I did it. Now let's do this. Very interesting bloom. Starts on the end of the tongue, creeps backwards, but the end of the tongue continues to grow in intensity. Very interesting. I can't remember another one quite like this one. It just sat right there on the end of my tongue. Just the tip. Sometimes there's no other way to describe it. Sorry. But anyhow, nice mouthfeel. Not thin at all. Hey, Kim's watching. How are you, Kim? Yeah, that's nice. Nice and smooth. It's not, again, I said it's not thin, it isn't. It doesn't have too much viscosity either. It's just really nice. I'm trying to find the right description for this one. Because there's silky, there's buttery, there's oily, there's a bunch. Let's go with just nice. It's just nice. It's a nice mouthfeel, right? That's what she said. I know. Thank you, Chuck, for calling me out. I knew that was coming. I should have known better. Okay. I'm wearing this shirt, for crying out loud. The Chosen shirt. And I tell a dirty joke. And I wasn't even, never mind. It wasn't even. Wasn't intended to be. But I knew once I said it. Oy. All right, let's get you some flavorings, shall we? Let's get back to it, shall we? Let's talk about what it tastes like, shall we? Can we move on? Can we? All right. Just enjoyed a Traverse City whiskey. Boy, those are good. I do really like those, Kim. I've got some that are barrel strength. The rye is great. The bourbon is great. I've really enjoyed. We do have a couple of reviews of Traverse City whiskey. It's been a while. And I've actually got one sitting back there somewhere. It's a cask strength bourbon I've got sitting back there. I just really like that. Michigan does there's a couple of them that are really good. Like I really like the Traverse City, and I really like the Mayor Pingree. Both the bourbon and the rye from Mayor Pingree are fantastic as well. Good stuff. It wasn't you, it was me. All right. Well, Chuck, I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me off the hook. That was very kind of you. I mean, I threw the bait in. I did. I know I did. I didn't mean to, sort of, but I threw the bait in. It's me. I deserve everything I get. All right, I had some notes, and now they're gone, so now I got to pour a little more so I can give you some notes. All right. I'll look for it. Yeah, the Mayor Pingree. If you're up there, that's good. It's good. I'm a fan. I've got a bottle back here of both the bourbon and the rye, and I tend to just a little bit at a time. Like I'm in the mood for it, and I'll have one. And then if I want to drink more, I'll move on to something else. Now, my group that we get together on Thursdays, I did bring that out, and they did get a chance to try it, and they all liked it too. I wouldn't say it's anything remarkable. I mean, it's whiskey. There's so many notes that are so similar to all of them. It's a matter of taking them one at a time and going, yes, I like this. Yes, I like this. And Mayor Pingree is that way. I've never done a blind with it up against something else to see which one's better, because I don't care. I generally don't care which one's better. I just want to know if it's good. Because that way, if I'm drinking it, I can enjoy it. And if it's good all the way through, if that nose is good, and if that mouthfeel is good, and if the flavors are good, and the finish is good, and it's not bleh on the finish, and it doesn't ruin it, and water, ice, whatever, but as long as I can get through those, and I like it, that's what matters to me. I don't do a lot of blinds. I don't do a lot of back-to-backs. I don't do a lot of that kind of stuff because I don't care how they compete. Now, things like, the mash bill 2 that we did a while back. Yeah, those I like doing back-to-back to see how they are similar. Not that one is better than the other or anything like that, but how are they similar? They're all the same mash bill, but they're different aging, they're different proofs. So why, you got something as good as Elmer T. Lee and Blanton's, and then you turn that around, and then you got the bottom of the barrel, which is the Ancient Age and Age 10 Star. How are they the same, and how are they different? They're a lot different. These two, lot different. I just happen to have them sitting there, so I just haven't put them away because I've run out of room on my bar back here. That's what happens when you start opening bottles. All right, flavors on the Michters. That's just really nice. That's just a really, really nice whiskey. Even right off the neck, fresh crack. It feels like it's been open for 6 months. Everything is blended together very, very nicely. All the flavors that you're looking for are all up front and just working well with each other. The proof is perfect, I think. I would hate to have it like any hotter than this, honestly, which is weird. It's 86. That's not much, and I'm a proof hound. I love it hot. 100, 114, I'm a happy camper, right? I opened up a bottle of one that's 140 proof a few weeks ago. Delicious. But this is just very, very good. All the flavors are great. Everything that you'd be looking for. The cinnamons, it's just so well blended together that no one thing I don't think stands out, but it's all there. The cinnamons and the honeys and the vanillas and the caramels and the graham cracker, little butterscotch, it's all there. You know how they say that Woodford Reserve has got 200 distinguishable notes. I would put this up against that as far as the number of distinguishable notes, even at 86 proof. It's just a very, very good bottle. All right. So let's do a little wah-wah. Do I want to do 2 or is 1 enough? 2. Maybe 1.5 because I didn't actually squeeze on that last one. Well, there may be a lot of water for what's in here, so just... All right. Okay. Little water. 2 drops. All right. I don't know. It doesn't need it. But this is what we do. As is typical, it added to the viscosity, made that viscosity just a little more buttery, which I always welcome. I like that. I have no problem with that. It didn't really do anything else. It didn't, it's 2 drops of water. Or maybe even 1.5 drops. I didn't ask for it to do much. It didn't need much. It did add to that viscosity, but everything else is about the same. The bloom is still the same. The flavors are still the same. Maybe slightly, just a little bit more of a fruit note. Not by much. And I had noticed the fruit note before, I just neglected to say anything about it. But that beautiful dark fruit, that black cherry. I know on the nose I said cherry, but on the palate I'm getting a black cherry. And again, the oak is not blowing my head off. I'm looking for the oak and it's there. But it's, again, everything is just so nicely done. Everything is just so nicely blended, and I don't get too much of anything. It's just all right there. And that's the mark of a good whiskey for me. After I've cracked one, and it sits for, great example, the Antique 107, the Weller 107, Owa, that is one that, when you first crack it, to me it seems harsh, off the neck. Then you let it sit 6 weeks, a month, sometimes longer. And those flavors come together. It's not like you've got cinnamon battling oak, battling this and battling that. They're just all getting along so nicely. That's what this is doing right off the crack, right off a neck. Really very nice. All right. I will confess, it's still gorgeous. It's still a gorgeous ice sphere, but it is used. It's 86 proof. I don't want to expose it to too much ice. Yeah. 2 drops of water is not going to affect the ice test much. Okay, I keep spilling it, and I probably need to be punished at this point. Chuck, don't. I just know where your mind's gonna go. Don't. Just don't. Coachella Valley Mike is with us. Hey Mike, how are you, sir? I hope everything is wonderful out on the West Coast. Yep, there you are. Coachella Valley Mike checking in. I'm glad to see you, man. I hope all is well on a Sunday night. Out in the beautiful La La Land of California. That's so cool about this thing. I've got people from, I don't know, 20, 25 different states that tune in at one point or another, between watching it on Facebook or watching it later on the YouTube channel. By the way, we're like 4 away now from 400 subscribers. I don't know where that happened. I've been so inconsistent for the last month or two, and all of a sudden our subscription shot through the roof. It's like, oh, this is cool. It's like we went up like 30 or something like that. It was really kind of nice. All right. Okay, so this is just with the okay, finger stir. I got a finger stir just to make sure I'm getting it. And this ice sphere got a lot smaller, a lot faster. So I don't want to wait too awful long. Just saw Foreigner last night. Are you a fan? I am a fan. That's one of the bands I love playing bass to. It's so easy, but it sounds so good. It's like, feels like the first time, bump, bump, bump. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's so simple. Everything's running off the E string, too. I don't have to do anything. I mean, there's a few things here and there, and I'm sure if I watched how they actually played it on YouTube, it would be a lot less simple than I think it is. But, Jukebox Hero, boom, 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 boom. I love playing with Foreigner. Great stuff. Hey, Tyler, how are you, sir? Glad you're with us. No, I love Foreigner. They're talking about bringing back Lou Gramm for their 50th anniversary tour. And at the end of this tour, because they've been going through singers, the singer that they've had now for, 2 decades or so, has decided that he's had enough, he's going to walk away. They found another singer, and as they found that other singer, they're talking about bringing back Lou Gramm for at least partial tour, for the last tour, for the 50th anniversary, and then they're supposed to call it quits. There's like one original band member left, I think. And this 50th anniversary tour, and then that's going to be the end of it with Foreigner. So, and I kind of lost track of, their new releases. They had one After Midnight or something like that. I forget what it's called. But they had some good songs on that. It might have been the last one Lou Gramm sang on. But I just kind of lost track of them after that. And I never saw them in concert. I'd like to. I would. But yeah, so if they're playing with Lou Gramm, I would definitely like to see him in concert. Very cool. Very cool. Gramm joins them once in a while. One of Kelly Hansen's last shows. Yeah, Kelly Hansen, he's the guy, he's the singer who's quitting. He's had enough, he wants to do something else. I think he just wants to retire. If I got wind of it properly, I think he just is like, I've had enough. Which, life on the road, man. Foreigner's not doing a lot of new recordings. I mean, occasionally they'll come out with a new album or something like that. I don't know how well it sells. I'm not a huge Foreigner buff, so I don't really pay attention to that. But Kelly Hansen has been their singer for a couple of decades now, and he's just tired and he's done, and he wants to walk away. So, all good. I've always liked Foreigner. I keep as much attention on Foreigner as I do like the Cincinnati Reds. You know, I know when they're doing well, otherwise I don't care. I know when they suck, and otherwise I don't care. I grew up with Cincinnati Reds Cincinnati Reds, Cincinnati in my backyard. I grew up just north of there, and so that I always kind of considered the Cincinnati Reds my team. I grew up during the era of the Big Red Machine, you know, Joe Morgan, and Dave Concepcion, Johnny Bench, Pete Rose. And that's over. The new guy sang a couple of songs, yeah. Well, I hope he sounded good. I know that he's going to be tag teaming with Lou Gramm, and you're going back to back with Lou Gramm, criminy. Talk about stage fright. It's like, I'm on the stage with Lou freaking Gramm, man. I'm not worthy. Justin's watching. Hey, Justin, how are you, man? I'm glad you're here. We're doing the Michter's small batch sour mash. If I can still say that, I haven't had enough of it. It's fantastic. Neat. It's really, really good. With a couple of drops of water, the viscosity gets just that much better. On ice, it's 86 proof, and it holds up. It holds up okay. That's been in there for a while, and that ice is melting. So I get a nice whiskey flavor off of it. It would probably hold up in an old fashioned or something like that. If it's something with too much ice, you might lose it. It might fall apart with all the other ingredients in it. But this, I really like this bottle. I love Michters. I haven't had a Michters yet that I haven't loved. Their American is another low proof. It's lower proof than this. I forget what it is. I want to say it's under 80, like 78 or something like that. I'd have to go back and look at it, but I like the mouth. That's an unfiltered pour, and the mouthfeel on that is really viscous. It's very, very nice because I love unfiltered. I do, you know that. But this is just a beautiful, beautiful bottle. The flavors are great on this. I really like it. I don't know how much different it is, from the other Michters, because that's a sour mash as well. The only difference, I guess, would be that the Michter's bourbon is bourbon. It's 51% corn, whereas this mash bill is not a bourbon. It's a whiskey with a fair amount, they say, of corn, rye, and malted barley. So that's all they tell us. That doesn't seem fair. All right. Do I have next week's? I do not. But if everything goes right and we can get back here on Sunday like we're supposed to, we might just end up doing 7:30s on Sundays instead of 7 o'clock. Just change it all up because it seems like 7 o'clock is just too early. I just can't get to it. Now we'll see how things are once the darkness starts to take over. We're at the point right now where in Ohio we have equal amounts of daylight as we do darkness, and that's going to change dramatically. Over the next 5 weeks, 5:30 is going to be dark. Yeah. Yuck. So, it is what it is. But we'll continue to do this. And if you see us at 7 o'clock, great. If you see us at 7:30, which is probably more likely, we might just go Sundays at 7:30 and just say that's that. And that would be very helpful to me, particularly now as we're changing seasons. It just might be a little bit easier to do that. So, anyway, I know I've got some stuff coming. I've got the Old Forester single barrel that's coming. I've got a couple more that I picked up that are unusual and different. There's another one oh gosh, what was that? A friend of mine picked it up for me and I forget what it is already. The Heaven Hill 7 year? I forget. Anyway, So I've got some stuff we're going to be trying over the next couple of weeks. They're not here yet. Friends of mine have found them and they're bringing them to me because they're very nice and they're willing to do that for me, and I appreciate it. A friend of mine went to Ann Arbor to this place the other day, and they found like the entire family of Pappy. So he said, can you guess how much that cost? And I'm like, I don't know, $25K. And then he didn't answer the question. So I have no idea what the entire family of Van Winkles and Pappies would go for. My guess was $25K, and he didn't say anything about it. So, okay, thanks for the information. I would have liked some confirmation on that. It would have been fine to have some confirmation. It would have been good. All right. Thank you for watching. You could be doing anything else on a Sunday night. You could be watching the live stream of The Chosen, which is where I'm going to go now and go do that, catch up with that, and because that's a show that I really enjoy and appreciate. The narrative on that and the production quality is just incredible. And they went, if you're not watching The Chosen, they're trying to do some things as authentic as possible, and they filmed the crucifixion scene, which is going to be in season 6. It hasn't come out yet. They went to Italy to film that. Incredible. Just, I mean, as a film dog, as a guy that has been doing production for the last 24 years this month. Yeah. Incredible production. Anyway, okay. So you can be doing anything. I do appreciate that you're with me tonight. Next week it'll be one of those new ones that I've picked up. I don't know which one. But you'll find out when I find out, right? All right, gang. Thank you very much again. I appreciate it. You have a fantastic Sunday. Have a blessed week. I know there's a lot of things that are hitting us hard, man. Another school shooting today, or church shooting today. Come on. Stop. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. We'll see you next Sunday.